many of the communities have very strong relationships with rabbis here in Jerusalem. But that's not going to always help them on an everyday level. They really need to develop a local contact. And the truth is that the Jewish people, they may not all be aware of it, and not all of the rabbis may be totally cognizant of it because it's such a new area of study for so many rabbis, and that Jewish and non-Jewish relationships over the centuries hasn't been all that much to write home about, and so therefore some rabbis are genuinely wary, and that's understandable because of what they've been through, and there has been a certain amount of of abuse. But the fact is that Maimonides, who is the great codifier of Jewish law, he teaches very, very clearly that Israel is actually obligated to bring the entire world to a recognition of their relationship with Hashem through the acceptance of the yoke of heaven as manifest by the affirmation of their desire to accept upon themselves the 7 commandments. So it's actually Israel's role to see to it that the world becomes B'nai Noach officially, that they already are B'nai Noach, but that they understand that they have a covenantal relationship with the God of Israel, and that is expressed through the acceptance of the mitzvot. And the B'nai Noach as well are also obligated to take a public stand about their commitment and to teach and to be forthcoming and outgoing about their knowledge of the one God of Israel, so that they will actually spread that message. Now, the problem, as I see it, is that this phenomena is fairly new. It does have historical precedents, but not on the level that we're seeing it today. In other words, we know that there were times in history when there were pockets and even large populations of nations that were coming to the Torah and coming to the rabbis and asking for instruction. But to a certain extent, the rabbinical establishment doesn't really have the experience to deal with the phenomena, and they're going to be still, to a certain extent, evaluating exactly what is going on here. I can't tell you how many rabbis in all sorts of outlying small communities, rural places, how they tell me how, they get a call from someone who says that they're not Jewish, but could you study with me, and where can I get kosher food, and this kind of thing. And, their first reaction many times is like, who is this guy? Like, what does he want from me? What is he setting me up for? Is this a missionary or something like that? And if they'll just, give the benefit of the doubt and have that initial meeting and see what it's all about, then they start to realize that this is something altogether different. But what I'm seeing is that more and more rabbis who have overcome their initial shock and are making the effort to investigate and see what this is all about, they're seeing the sincerity of the people, the applicants that are coming forward, and they're realizing that this is something that God is really sending their way and that they have to be instrumental in. Again, it's on an individual level. These contacts have to be made. There are some rabbis that are going to be more forthcoming than others, depending also on probably on their experience and background. But obviously, one of the most important things, if not initially the most important thing that can happen for a group of B'nai Noach, is to have a local competent Torah authority that understands their goals and that will encourage them and give them the spiritual guidance that they need so that they can continue to grow.